Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to talk about prompt relay, which can improve the consistency of your LTX 2.3 video generations. It is especially useful when you are generating a video that contains multiple scenes or multiple events. Basically, with prompt relay, we will divide the whole video timeline into several segments. Then we will assign a different prompt to each segment. Let's see how to use prompt relay with LTX 2.3. So let's get started. To use prompt relay, first we need to install a custom node pack called ComfyUI Prompt Relay. The link for the node pack is available in the description. I am using the portable version of ComfyUI. Let's go over a quick guide on how to install it there. First, open the custom nodes folder of ComfyUI. Right-click in an empty space and click Open in Terminal. In the terminal, copy and run this command: git clone github.com kiji ComfyUI prompt relay. In my case, I already cloned it, which is why the terminal says ComfyUI prompt relay already exists. Next, we need to enter that folder. Let's copy the folder name, type cd, paste the text, and press enter. After entering the folder, we need to run this command that installs the requirements for the prompt relay. My requirements are already set up. After installing, I suggest restarting ComfyUI. I don't need to do that since mine is already installed. Let's switch back over to ComfyUI. I have already built a workflow which you can download from the description. Because this shares a lot of similarities with my other LTX 2.3 workflows, let's focus specifically on the prompt relay encode timeline node. This node replaces the native clip text encode node for writing your positive prompt. Assuming you already know the inputs and outputs of the node, let's zoom in and focus on the options. First, we have the global prompt, where we describe the overall environment or elements common to all scenes. In my case, I wrote, a cinematic view of a dense natural forest illuminated by soft morning sunlight. You could describe your characters here, but if a character is not appearing in every segment, I recommend leaving their details out of the global prompt, but you can do your own experiments to see which works best for you. Next is the max frames option for setting the total video length. Right now, it is connected to a primitive node that I renamed length. Increase the value in length node to increase the video length. For now, let's set that value to 258. Below max frames, we have the epsilon option, which defines how the transition between segments should take place. If you want a sharper transition, lower the value. If you want a soft transition, set the epsilon to 0.5 or higher. Just remember, the transition also heavily depends on the prompts you wrote. We have the FPS option, which I am setting to 24 to match the rest of the workflow. The time units option decides how the timeline is displayed. You can change this to frames, but I will be using seconds. Now let's focus on the timeline. Here I have divided the whole timeline into 3 segments. Each segment got different colors and different prompts. If I select a segment, you can see I wrote a specific prompt for it. The next segment has a different prompt. My third segment is a bit too short, so let's expand it so I can select it and see its prompt as well. Make sure to adjust your segment lengths depending on the prompts you wrote. In the first segment, I wrote a wild boar grinding its tusks against a tree stump. In the second, the camera moves right and a fox comes into the scene. In the last segment, the camera focuses back on the wild boar. There is also an equalize option, which will try to give every segment almost the same length. If you want to add a new segment, just click on the Add button, then select the new segment and write what you want to happen in that specific segment. You can add more segments by simply clicking the Add button again. In case you don't need a segment, just select it and click on the Delete button. Now, let's expand the length of the last segment. By default, the workflow is set up for image to video. But if you want to do text to video, just set this switch to true. The workflow also supports 2-pass generation, which can be faster than normal generation. If you want to use 2-pass generation, just set the node called Use 2-pass to true. Now, let's start the generation and see how the final result is going to look. The generation is complete. Let's play the video and see the result. As you can see, the result is nice but comes with a few minor issues. For example, the camera direction is wrong, which we can fix just by running another generation. The way the boar grinds against the stump is also a bit different than expected. However, I love how well the model maintained the consistency of the boar's face. Even with the camera error, it was nicely done. From my testing, Prompt Relay isn't completely perfect yet, but it is a great tool to improve consistency for video generation. I suggest trying out Prompt Relay in my workflow and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.